to the respected panel and my dear friends. Hello, good evening, greetings to the respected panel and my dear friends. So actually, my basic approach, what I have learned from the entire session is that we need to be very optimistic regarding the sustainable development goals, the attainment of the sustainable development goals holistically, and we have been progressing towards it in a well appreciable manner, as being recognized by the UNDP as per their statistical facts. Sir, but the vision being developed by our respected Prime Minister to actually develop the 500 gigawatt by 2030, that is in the next 8 years. And currently it is 57 gigawatt. That is nearly we have to do it 10 times within 8 years. So as you have said that we need to develop a multimodal approach with the right technology and with proper optimization. And we need to also go through the phase of transition of the natural gas until we develop into the hydrogen-based economy. So is it actually possible that within 8 years we will be able to achieve this particular goal?
I'll take a shot to start with the others can add. Um, it's very important for us to recognize that we have moved from an incremental linear world to an exponential world now. All the technologies that we are talking about are growing exponentially, and the cost of those technologies is also falling exponentially. So, 8 years we may achieve earlier than 8 years also, because everything is exponential, and we are looking at convergence of multiple such exponential technologies. So, a lot of us as experts will go wrong in trying to predict. When multiple exponential technologies are converging, it's very difficult to predict. So things have happened earlier than this 8 years also. Okay. Evidences are the last 10 years, the cost of photovoltaic solar cells have become 1/10 of what it used to be. The cost of energy storage in lithium-ion batteries used to be more than $1,200. Today we are at $120. So it's about in the last 7 years, it's fallen to 1/10. There are a lot of such evidences where technology, the cost of technology is falling exponentially. So we are in that non-linear mode right now. So a lot of things will be possible. But if you ask yourself or any of the experts around, they may hesitate because they are used to that incremental linear world. But now we are already into a non-linear exponential world. So be prepared to get surprises like this. It will very well happen.
Sir, but actually the phase which we are going on economically, it's actually a little turbulent. That is, if we consider the overall geopolitical crisis and the global environment in which we are actually living as of now. So the progress which we have been able to attain exponentially in the last 7 to 8 years, and now the next 8 years, considering the Ukraine-Russia turmoil which is going on, the situation of restlessness which is going on. So is it actually possible? Because I think that for the global demand of hydrogen is actually expected to be 340 million tons per annum by 2050. So is this actually possible in the current scenario of global turmoil?
So I think to get back to your earlier question, if you look at what we committed in Paris, and we are one of the few countries where we are clearly on that trajectory. Now, when we set some target in the future, that is something which we work towards, and so we got from our emission intensity reduction of 1/3 to now we are going to 45%, we are going to 50% renewables. The transitions are to be planned. And you have possible futures. The question is, it is possible? Yes, of course it is possible. The question then is that as we go towards it, what are the implications of it? And then you have certain things, you have ups and downs where suddenly you have a shortage, right? And because you have stranded assets, there are many, many details that we need to work towards. The Prime Minister has given us a goal because we want, as a country, this is a direction in which we want to move. As professionals who are working in that sector, we need to work towards the detailing of what is involved in that goal. It's not an easy target. And you're rightly, the other issue which is there is you can see in all our distribution companies, we have accumulated losses. Now, what does that mean? In the initial phase, we were guaranteeing a fixed price when we had renewables. Today, as you go for higher and higher renewables, that's not going to be possible. Because the renewables, every aspect beyond, you can work out the numbers, beyond a certain point, if you keep on adding PV, every unit of that I add through PV has to go through storage before it is sold. So, which means the rules of the game will be different. Then when we think in terms of the renewables, they are on one particular region of the. You look at south, you look at west. Most of our coal and our power plants are coming in from central India, from the east. Many of these states, the economy depends on coal. So I think it is not easy, and we need to look at the transition, plan what happens, and see that in the process, it does not affect development, whether regional this and this. And this is where I think technologies and systems, so I don't have an answer for you, but I think what has been put there is a goal. How we reach that goal, what are the details, are challenges for us to meet.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Because you have started this portion with the Sustainable Development Goal. Sustainable Development Goal, if you look at the history of the Sustainable Development Goal, previously we didn't have a Millennium Development Goal until 2015. And after 2015, then we say that MDG will be converted to the SDG. Somehow there was a thing in the inequality of the different dimension, like MDG is more toward the economic, towards the economic dimension, but this SDG was the environmental dimension, social dimension. All these three pillars have been considered in the SDGs. We recently, me and Kaveri was just shared platform with the UN, some workshop like that. We are talking about certain technology. We set some targets. Yeah, definitely target give us some kind of motivation that we need to be achieved them in a certain time framework. The SDG also have a certain time framework that we need to be achieved by 2030, and more than halfway we have already covered. So we also say not about this SDG 7 covers the energy sufficiency, energy, how we can energy security talk about. The other, so I will give you some kind of scenario that this SDG, some of the SDGs still less addressed as compared to the other one. Secondly, if you look at in the specific to SDG 7, we are talking about the renewable energy mix, but here in the very bottom line for the bottom of pyramid people, they are talking about the accessibility of the energy for all the time, right? So look at the big gaps in there, but somehow whatever the commitment, whatever the pledges, we are saying the overall aim, how to reduce, how to create a holistic environment for the human being. Technology-led progress as well as environment-led progress goes. Parallelly we can progress in there. Yeah, definitely time framework is important, but uncertainty or what kind of you talk about the Ukraine, it's not in anyone's hands, and it's not in your control. But I think it doesn't mean we should need to be continuously move forward towards this.
Thank you so much. The hour has really flown by and the conversation is not ending. Thank you very much for agreeing to join us today in this great conversation.